Subaru STI because how's that wheel bearing look? Got the Brembo off already, so that's like pretty much the worst part. Those things get stuck on here all the time. So I'm gonna hit the rotor with a hammer. Looks like she's been on there for a minute. And I got the OTC hub grappler. We're gonna rip this thing. So I just got it. It was like 330 bucks. It was brand new, but some guy had it, so it's pretty cool. But I want to get this thing back on the road. So let me whack this thing off. That sounded dirty. And we'll get going on it. Some little bit of in and out. There's some up down. She's pretty hammered. Actually, to get the rotor off, I used the bolt hole that goes in right there, and it actually pushes the rotor off the spindle. I didn't think I didn't really have that, but I found it in my drawer. And if you want to know the size, I bet you could figure it out on the internet. Everything's on the internet. But I think I got to remove the e-brake assembly to pull this hub off, so I might do that next. So I was looking for a socket for my axle nut here. I noticed the usually you hit that into this notch so it doesn't spin. So I throw the socket on there. I'm like, yeah, this must be too big. Nope, it's just super loose. Super good sign. I could probably sock this thing down and the wheel bearing slop will come out. I'm debating doing it right now. This is what my passenger side looks like. Notice there's no e-brake assembly. There's no ABS ring. The ABS sensor is bent over. When I got this car, I had a one gold rim on it, and it was here. So I'm imagining he hit a curb or something and like completely broke the knuckle. Because the rim was dented. I have the dented one. It was locked in the trunk, but he couldn't get in it. If you look at that, somebody coned the end of the axle, so there's nothing to keep this nut on. So I gotta do something about that. And I'm gonna pull this hub out. I have this other hub. I was just gonna change the whole knuckle, but those two bolts with the bushings are a big pain in the ass. So I figure I'll do the bearing. I'll put that hub on with the ABS ring, all the e-brake hardware, and I'll get to use my hub tool. So I just gotta get this axle shaft out of here by pulling these two bolts, and the knuckle will come out then, and the axle shaft will slide out in theory. And then I could get the shaft of my hub puller through there. So let's see what happens. So there's the coned axle shaft. You could tell we had a very special boy working on this thing before. There's, they put it together with no ABS ring, no e-brake, and the other side of the axle nut was completely loose. So yeah, I should probably go through the whole car, huh? If I trust my life to it. The shaft is stuck in the hub, so I got the good old air hammer on it. I think I got it to move. Oh yeah, she's moving. Good air hammer is your best friend. So the knuckle, hold on, is out of the strut right now. So I got to pop this axle out. This will hinge outward. The axle will come out. Then I'm going to bolt it back up so it's sturdy when I use the tool on it. So I guess we'll try to start on that now. I'm just going to air hammer it out and hope for the best and expect the worst. So this is the book for the OTC hub grappler. You need these part numbers. Basically just like a washer that is the same size as the back of the hub. The grappler device, that's the bearing, and there's a shaft and a very long threaded sleeve. Basically a big nut. So I got her on there. I gotta get a wrench for this side and an impact socket for this side. And this should draw the hub out, in theory. So, see how it goes at 25. So I'm gonna try to crank her. Oh yeah, she's pulling. You can see the shiny spot. That's good, man. I already like this thing. It's making my life easy. Came out inside of the race, you know, always comes out. Just gotta pull this thing off, pull the rest of the wheel bearing out after removing the C-clip. Then take the seals out, which, yeah, this one took one of the seals with it, obviously. And there's two in the back, because you know why? Subaru. Now we're pulling the bearing. This was pulling the hub out. To pull the bearing, you need the cup, the top to the cup. That little piece pushes on the back race of the bearing, and that's just the big nut again. And same thing with the bearing and the threaded stud. I got her all set up again. I got to do it all on this hub because I need the ABS ring off it. So it's basically going to pull the bearing out of the hub and into this cup. Good workout for the earth. Still not yet. Jesus Christ. Hey. Now we got a greasy bearing inside the cup. Yeah, she's in there. So I got my hub out with the ABS ring, which is what I need. OTC also included this puller to pull the inside race off, which, I mean, it's pretty fucking kick-ass. You don't need to buy another tool just to do that. Here's what one looks like. That's the inner race still on the hub. So I'm going to give this a shot. I'm gripping on this edge right here. I don't know how well it's going to bite. I might clamp here with some big ass channel locks just to keep it seated while I zip it off with the impact, in theory. Keeps it nice and tight on the race. Unfortunately, I don't have a tripod right now, so you can't see me pull it, but this is just gonna pull that off, I promise. There, like such. It just yanked it off. Got the seal right here. Discard. And just gonna clean this up. And we can get ready to press the new bearing in, which I should have in the freezer, but I don't because I'm a moron. So we are now pressing in the bearing. Got the outer cup and the inner one. Got it all set up there. There's the bearing. It's very cold because I had it in the freezer. So I'm just going to push the bearing in now, hopefully. So pressed it in, put the C-clip in, which if that fights you, there's a damn good chance it's not pressed all the way in. I'm about to pound in the seal, which goes there, if I got the right one. I believe I do. And it should fit the inside of the hub right there, which, very good. So I'm going to put some dielectric. These don't come pre-greased because they're not factory Subaru maybe. So I'm going to put some dielectric on that and send her in with my new seal driver kit from the Vince Auto Parts. 20 bucks, not bad. I got that cup over the spindle, and then there's one for the back, and I'm gonna press the hub in. Wish me luck. Seal that we pounded in. After that, just connect the two struts and slide the axle in. And I had the lower control arm off as well. So now I just gotta reassemble all the brake hardware, which I have laying here. And I'm just gonna clean up this mess. But this tool kicks ass. I have nothing but good things to say about it. It's fucking awesome. Haggard Garage engine stand has been reborn as a bead roller. See, everything gets recycled. Even shitty Harbor Freight, I understand.